Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co host, Brian
Sorry, buddy.
and Kevin.
Hello.
We are here to do a first impression bros slash week one review of The Mole Revival on Netflix. A classic NBC series used to be hosted by Anderson Cooper. There was Celebrity Mole. There was a lot of iterations of the mole still going along internationally. I know our buddy Logan, the amazing race historian, is a big mole aficionado and fan. So shout out to Logan, probably watching this right now. So I had a little bit of a history with the mole. I remember it as a kid. I thought it was a kind of a cool concept. This was one that came on very early in the reality TV scene. So it definitely was intriguing. And with the lack of internet and social media kind of presence that we have now, definitely was a big kind of water cooler show. Definitely broke up like conversations, early message boards, things like that. Overall, we're just going to give our thoughts. We'll probably talk about the challenges and give some of our kind of predictions on who we think the mole is. Completely non-spoiler. We haven't looked into it. I liked it. It wasn't perfect. Uh, I like the challenges. I do like the running pot and that the things that they do affect it. It reminds me of like early challenge and road rule style where everything mattered and it was cumulative throughout. And you had to kind of use that money as collateral for decisions and things like that. So that part I definitely like. I'll probably going to leave some of the criticisms up for I'm sure some of you guys may have. So, Bri, why don't you go first?
So you're going right to the criticism. I actually did like the show. I've never seen it before, so I'm a virgin. I was a virgin up until Saturday night. So I agree with Bill. Like I like,
And now he has two babies.
yeah.
Mm.
I do like
Shit
the
works
challenge.
fast.
The challenges I think are cool. I like like Bill said, the pot, like the money aspect. I think is awesome.
Not the
Some
blood.
things I didn't like. I hate the confessionals on the show. I absolutely
I knew it. That's what I
hate
wanted
it.
to talk about.
Like I get that the show is somebody's lying to you, but I think everyone's just a terrible actor and liar. Like if I saw less confessionals, I would feel a lot better about the show because of I just these people just like, well, the mole, this is something the mole would do. And it's like, well,
That
no
was a very
shit.
mole like statement. That was
Yeah.
a very mole like bite of
Yeah.
your
I
hot
just
dog you just took. Like,
and since I'm new to the show, like I just want to know, like in the old show, was it very heavy interview based or like confessional based?
I think
Yes.
so. Yeah,
Were they
right,
this
Kev?
bad
Yeah.
at acting?
Yeah. I don't think it was like that bad at acting. It was, but also I was like 8. So like I don't know. But that also means that I remembered like this show vividly and getting into it. And for those reasons, they basically did the exact same thing on
Mhm.
the same level of challenges and like differences of challenges that with this subject you can manipulate the brain so much where it's like anybody who does anything wrong ever is a suspect.
Exactly.
Thus.
And like yeah, like it dude, it's so it to me I fucking love it. I like I absolutely do. But when it comes to yes, Brian, you're 1,000% right because it is pathetic. But also on top of that, it's like, dude, if you aren't the mole, why are you acting? Just like,
Yeah,
but everybody does it, so like
don't
it
get
throws
it.
me off, and then it makes me not trust the show because it's like, how are they editing this? Where did they get that actual clip? You know what I mean?
No.
Also being said, it's such a good experience because like we watched 5 episodes. I have zero fucking clue who it is. I have suspects, but I have 11 suspects. Like they're you know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous.
I almost feel like every challenge, like somebody like taps on somebody's shoulders, like you're gonna act like an absolute idiot today.
Right,
Your
right.
turn to screw up today.
Like every team, it's like, all right, you're this team's idiot. You're this team's idiot.
Like,
All right, let's
like Kev, I
combine.
thought about you when the guy was like, when they tapped on Greg's shoulder, and it's like, hey, you know what? You're gonna do something that no one's ever done before, and that's put a life vest on your legs.
Bro, don't even get me started on this doucher.
What I think would be cool is like, you know how they have the
Bro,
secret.
but you're right. Though.
I like the
Come
secret
on,
missions.
man.
I like the secret mission stuff where they're trying to make things for the team and make money for the team without people knowing. I think it'd be really cool if they had missions where it was like the mole left you a card, and if you do something on your own, you make money on your own, but you're actually not the mole, but it's going to throw people off, but you're getting money. Like that type of stuff. I think if they continue,
well, they do kind of do that.
Kind of, but like there's no private money that you make. You know what I mean? Like something where
Oh yeah. That is
take
good.
somebody to be like, you know what, like I'm willing to maybe like risk all these people's money if I can make myself $2,000 on the side. Like
but your personal bank account goes up. I like that.
And that's just like fan like theorying and like want that in the future because I think they probably will do another season of it. They seem like they put a decent amount of production value into it, especially like you guys said with the theming and the challenges. Everything does make sense. It is, it always teeters on the edge of corniness, but like I do like that they're doing these basically pseudo escape rooms. Like every challenge is almost like an escape room logic. I even like the bank currency one.
That one was really cool.
Really cool one where you have the obvious setup for like, oh, someone could be screwing me. And we saw that with the dude, what's his name, with the miscounting of the money. Jacob. And he also
I have
was the
something
driver.
to say about this one.
He's sus, man.
How do they have 50 cents in a fucking bag if you're trying to reach $1,000? Perfect.
Why would they ever have quarters?
Who threw in the quarters? Is what I want to know. Yeah, but like you're not. Now that narrows it. Like, are you kidding me? Looks like you are $600 and
was
50
it not
cents
the
off.
the most sus pair too to have Jacob enjoy together in the car ride?
Yeah,
the biggest like red flaggers, and they're literally in the car together. When that happened, I got so mad. I'm like, they're definitely not gonna achieve it, but that's the stuff I do. Like I do like agree, Kev. Like I have suspicions, but it could just be editing. Like I don't even know.
But the best part is the one that it probably should be is probably still the least that you suspect. So it's like it's definitely Casey. I don't know, or it's definitely
everybody
Thor.
Thinks it's what's it called, Greg. Everyone thinks it's Greg because he always has that face. He's always got the sinister face on.
I just think that's him. I think he's a douche. All around.
Zumba, yoga, and Reiki teacher.
He's figuring life out. He's having fun doing it.
32 though.
Hey, we all were once.
So are we, right?
I feel like the most obvious is not going to be. It's not going to be the most obvious person. So like Joy, Jacob, Greg, like it's not going to be them.
Oh, wait, all right. Another thing. Here's micro criticism I have, and I know Brian agrees. All the tension is taken away from the eliminations because of how bright their screens are on there.
I know. When they flip it around, it's like, how's the rest of the table not see this already?
It's like
or make a sound. Dude, I thought this.
It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. Like their light goes up and it's like.
Yeah. Dude, I thought the exact same thing. It's like, well, we know who it is, and then they go. Everybody's like, oh my god,
lightsabers lighting up. It's literally what it looks like. It's like, oh, well, he's alive, and so I would like them to.
Or even when it gets down to like at the beginning, the 11th person, it's like all the first 10 are green. It's like, I wonder who it is.
Yeah, that is Kevin. Is that something they used to do, or that changed? How did they use?
Oh no. I believe when it happened, cell phones were Nokias, and you could only play Snake on them, so it wasn't like super relevant. But I don't actually remember how they eliminated people. Bill, do you?
No, the quiz was always the quiz, because basically it comes down to like, are you sussing out the right people? With the problem, and some of them even admitted it, who went out, is that like you need to hedge your bets in the beginning. When you're going up against like 11 other people in a quiz, you don't need to get like a high score. You just need to get not the lowest score. So like hedge your bets out for a few different people. If you completely go for one person and you're dead wrong, that's where those people lost. So
right. Oh
it's you know, and again, I'm sure Logan, people watching who know more than we do, and there's a lot of other things going on concurrently with other, like I said, other countries that do this show still. So like, be very curious if it's always the quiz. Like, is that like tribal council? I think it is. I really think
do the questions change?
Yeah, you definitely saw there was like questions about like what did this person do this week? What's this person wearing this week? Where's the mole from? Because it also means you have to get to know people personally. And I wish they were emphasizing that a little bit more about
They
like
don't show anybody like when it's like the question is like
Gameplay.
what color shoes they are. No one is like looking. You don't ever see people looking
you
down or
don't see
like
them doing the investigating.
they're just
part.
like I'm
I'd
not
like to
the
see that
mole.
too. I'd like to see that too.
Yeah.
I agree in that respect.
You know what? No challenge I really did like though was I was confused by, but liked was the eating one. Where it was like, oh, you had to like pretend that you weren't suffering.
Tough. Yeah.
But I still didn't really understand how it worked. But whatever. At the end of the day, it was funny to see.
bluffing.
And literally everybody bluffed.
You knew from the beginning, Kev, if you were on one of the detonator ones, I think if you were on a
Right.
detonator,
Yeah. Because it
and
would
you
taste
just
normal.
knew that there was a random chance you were going to get a crappy like bite of food. So you just needed to be able to like fake people out, because if they sussed you out and you're up, then it's detonating. But like at the same time, you're helping yourself and helping the team, because if all the detonators went off, nobody wins. So again, that's why I do like this show too. Like the challenges are always like risk reward. Like you could sort of win, fully win, but everyone can lose too at the same time. And like that's like a good balance, I think.
How about the ones where
sick.
the jail one where they would just be yelling and they're like the person on the third floor is like, what's going on down there?
The people not seeing the keys laying on the
Dude,
floor.
they did a terrible edit on that.
Yeah.
Where it was like this is where I was like, definitely the mole.
Mole.
And then
mole,
like,
mole.
Is there anything I can't see? And they're like they look like they're like 10 feet away, and they're like,
yeah, exactly.
Nah, nothing.
Yeah.
Mole.
Yeah, and then
it happened, but it happened like 3 times. So I don't know.
Joy has a key hanging like 5 stories above her, and they're like, "Oh, Joy can't get it. She's definitely the mole."
Right.
Like, she's like, it's
also being, dude, that's such a good one. Yeah, because also
People
that
being
said, if I was in that situation, I would have figured a way out to get that. Like,
just explain yourself more. They're like, "Oh, I just can't get it," and it's like, if you're on this show and you're trying to stay under the radar, explain more to people, like, hey, I'm trying to get out of here. Like, be a better liar. It all comes down to I just think people are not
be a better liar.
Helping
marriages since forever.
Before we do our quick mole prediction, then we'll close out this week. My favorite moment, I think, from the entire season that just sticks out to me was from the premiere episode, where they had to all go and do their separate cargo, and then Osei wouldn't open the bag for them when they realized they screwed up. He's like, "No, I'm not opening the bag." They're like, "Why?" He's like, "I don't trust any of you."
He got eliminated after that, I believe.
He was out like pretty quickly, but it was funny that like
he was out that episode.
He knew he screwed up, but like he just was like refused to go down with it. Then they opened the bag, like, oh, this would have been very easy. It's like, you guys are so stupid.
I just think going back to that episode, just like everything you said, where it's like anything you do wrong is you're suspect. When that chick's like swinging on a zip line and she's like, I can't reach a thing, and they're like, damn, she definitely could be the mole.
Yo,
she's like, taking too long, climb that tree.
Or even the girl going, oh, I'm a climber, but I do it for fun. I was like, mole.
Oh, she said she's in a free soloer.
Yeah. Oh, I do it this way. Like, what do you mean? Like, you have to start
or
somewhere.
Joy, the pilot.
She's all of a sudden better than the challenge. The pilot. I'm suspect. I
pilot who can't read
what kind of pilot she is.
She gave all the money.
She could be like
$25,000 for her freedom.
Oh yeah.
The red herring.
It is a red herring. All right, real quick before we get out of here. Who's the mole, guys?
Herring.
I think it's Jacob.
I agree.
Really?
I think it's Jacob. Yeah.
I think it's Jacob, the white guy. I think the counting thing was a really good catch.
I'm legit behind. I have 2 that like I'm kind of William, Thor, the Thor Bryce Harper combo.
Thor,
that guy.
And who else?
And Avery.
Thor and Avery. Those are 2 good ones too.
I actually looked Avery up on the internet, and she's definitely like, I don't think she's here for the right reasons.
You think she's a pub?
She's not taking the correct paths to.
She's not there for the love of the game, for the love of the mole.
Yeah. So wait, does that make you more like sus of her, or you're like, oh?
No, I just think she's here for clout. I just think she's here for clout. I don't think she's the mole.
Not there to have fun.
Yeah,
And
just
that's what we're all,
Daredevil.
we believe in the sanctity of fun and love on reality TV. Big week for reality TV. We have Bachelor in Paradise, we have The Amazing Race, we have Love Boat, we have Survivor, we have the premiere of the Challenge Ride or Dies, we have the season finale of Jersey Shore Family Vacation. Had an exit interview for The Amazing Race with Tim, part of Team T-Rex, excuse me. We're going to continue those exit interviews as the teams get eliminated. Also, Love at First Lie is premiering for MTV. So another show that we'll give our first impressions of. And we'll be back next week to cover week 2 of The Mole on Netflix. For myself, Brian, and Kevin, thank you. Peace.
Falcons.